Chicago. What a wonderful day to sit out and play Chicago poker with you. What a wonderful day, I have got to say. It's a pleasure playing Chicago poker with you. Chicago poker with you.
Chicago poker is a card game for 2 to 6 players. It's a weird mixture of poker and area control all mixed into one. At the start of the game, you're going to deal everyone a hand of cards, and these are going to have numbers that range from 1 up to 15, and they're going to come in one of 5 colors. And then you're going to randomly set out some of these coasters that represent different types of businesses. On your turn, you're going to have 3 actions, and those 3 actions are going to consist of a mix of 2 different things that you can do. You can either draw cards or you can play cards, but you can do any mixture of them that you'd like. When you play cards, you will actually look at the different types of businesses that are sitting out in front of you, and there's a set amount that will be available at all times depending on the number of players you have. Less players, less businesses. More players, more businesses, so that way there's options for everybody. On the businesses are printed these little icons that show you how cards actually will get set down in front of them. Some businesses you'll set them all face up so everyone will know. Some they're going to be all face down, and most will actually be a mix mash of different types, some up, some down. The idea being that you could like set down a set of cards and possibly bluff, so it looks like you've set down a full house, but maybe you've actually just set down 2 of a kind. On your turn, if you ever set a set of 5 cards down, never more than 5, but if you ever hit 5 on a business, you take one of these bullets and you actually put it on your row of cards. That shows everybody they have one last turn before it gets around to you, and then the cards will be flipped up. Whoever set the best set of cards down will actually win that business, and they'll take it. It's not necessarily going to be the person who put the bullet down, so someone could potentially win, like, you know, with pair high. It's completely possible, but you won't know till someone's set 5 down, and then they're revealed at the start of that person's turn. The goal of the game is to either get one of 3 victory conditions. You could get 3 of the same color. You could get 1 of each color, or 5 altogether. Whoever reaches that first will come out the winner.
Faidutti!
Stop it! Alright, for those who are wondering, like before we started this part of the video, I was like, alright, it's Bruno Faidutti.
Faidutti.
Or Faidutti. Faidutti!
Faidutti! Chicago poker, what do you think?
Chicago poker. Chicago poker, to me, I mean, it's an interesting little game. I honestly picked it up, you know, just because Bruno Faidutti was one of the designers. Props to the other Bruno, but I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce your name. Bruno Cathala?
Just give props to double Bruno.
Alright, the 2 Brunos. I saw his name and was like, oh sweet, I mean, why not? I mean, hey, I'll give it a shot. And so I picked it up, and it is an interesting little game, the idea of like area control and poker mixed together. Like, it is a very original idea, I'll give it that, of taking poker and mixing it with area control. Yeah, I never would have thought of that. So, mad props to that. As a whole, though, like, I mean, I do enjoy the game, but I don't enjoy it that much. It's one of those games I'll play once in a while. If you're like, if people every game night were like, Chicago poker, after a while I'd be like, please, no more Chicago poker. But it is a good game, and I give it credit for that, especially with like 6 people. With less people, it's much more strategic. With more people, it's more chaotic, and I actually think that was the intention of this game.
Oh God, with more people, it's terrible. With more people, you spend... we played like this game for 2 hours once with 6 people.
That's true. That was a rather long game.
You don't want to play Chicago poker for 2 hours.
It is true, yeah. 2 hours of this, it's like, oh God.
So what's your...
But I give it a 6 out of 10. You know, not a great game, but not bad. decent. One I have no problem playing once in a while, but it's not one that I'm like, hey, I really, really, really want to play Chicago poker. But I don't mind. 6 out of 10.
All right. Well, for posterity, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 5 out of 10 straight up. 5 out of 10 because components aren't that great for the game. All in all, I mean, it's all kind of a cheap everything. The artwork's decent, but past that, component-wise, gameplay-wise, it's a redesign, which is it's a redesign of the classic poker strategy, which is fun. But it really has nothing to do with poker. So you see it, and you go Chicago poker. Oh, I wonder if they're going to have like playing cards with Chicago on them. No, there's really no poker. The only poker aspect is that you have 5 cards.
Well, remember like the card combinations. So I mean, poker is a rather big aspect of it. Yeah.
I mean, you just can't call something poker if you're
matching
cards.
Like poker.
We don't call it flux poker. I mean,
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But anyway, regardless, I give it a 5 out of 10. It's a decent little game. 5 out of 10 for me is a nice medium blend. So it's medium. It's neither here nor there. I won't throw it out the window if I'm forced to play it. But then again, I probably won't recommend it. So it comes either way. Good work, Double Bruno.
Indeed. Chicago poker. To the 2 Brunos.
To the Double Bruno.
Faidutti.
Faidutti.
Boardgasm. Boardgasm. Boardgasm.